The Phiomia was an ancient animal that lived about 37 to 30 million years ago during the late Eocene and early Oligocene periods. It is one of the earliest known relatives of modern elephants. Even though it looked a bit like an elephant, Phiomia was smaller and had some very different features. It lived in what is now Egypt and other parts of North Africa, in warm, swampy areas full of rivers and plants. Phiomia was a medium-sized animal compared to elephants today. It was about 2.5 meters tall and around 3 meters long, weighing a few tons. It had a large body, thick legs, and a long face. One of its most interesting features was its trunk. Scientists believe Phiomia had a short trunk, not as long as that of modern elephants, but long enough to help it grab food and water. Its name, Phiomia ceridens, means the saw-toothed animal from Phium, which is the region in Egypt where its fossils were first found. Phiomia had 2 pairs of tusks, one pair in the upper jaw and another in the lower jaw. The upper tusks were curved downward, while the lower ones were short and pointed. These tusks were probably used to pull branches, strip leaves from trees, or dig for roots and water plants. The shape of the tusks shows that Phiomia was a herbivore, meaning it only ate plants. It likely fed on soft leaves, fruits, and grasses that grew in its wetland home. Even though Phiomia looked strong, it was not a dangerous animal. It probably spent most of its time looking for food and water, and it may have lived in small groups, just like elephants do today. Living in groups helped them protect each other, especially the young ones, called calves. Phiomia's environment was full of rivers, lakes, and forests. During that time, Africa was very different from how it looks today. It had many swamps and green areas, which made it a good home for large plant-eating animals. But as the Earth's climate slowly changed and became drier, many of these wetland areas disappeared. Over time, Phiomia and its relatives evolved into larger and more advanced elephants. It is one of the early steps in the long story of elephant evolution. From small, simple ancestors like Phiomia, elephants developed longer trunks, bigger bodies, and different tusk shapes. Eventually, this line of animals gave rise to mammoths and the elephants we know today. Scientists have learned about Phiomia by studying its fossils, including bones, teeth, and skulls. These fossils have helped us understand how early elephants looked and lived. Even though Phiomia went extinct millions of years ago, it played an important role in the history of elephants. Today, Phiomia reminds us of how animals change over time to survive in their environments. It shows that even simple, early creatures can give rise to some of the most amazing animals on Earth. Without ancient animals like Phiomia, we might never have had the elephants that walk our planet today.